Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice and be glad in it. I'm Lady Burns from Jericho Church Without Walls, and I'm excited to be here today. Convos with Lady B is what we're calling it. And I'm thankful for Minister Brumfield, who's here with me, and we're going to talk in just a little bit. But just wanted to say I'm excited about our upcoming Mother's Day celebration. Every year we get a chance to celebrate mothers. Isn't that awesome? And I'm excited that we're doing a Mother's Day brunch that Saturday. That's closed, and I'm looking forward to all the women who have signed up to be there. We're going to have a phenomenal time. But also on Sunday, Mother's Day, May 12th, all mothers and children are welcome to come and celebrate with us at the J. That's Jericho Church Without Walls, 8086 North 76th Street. And I'm telling you, we're going to have a phenomenal time. I'm excited about all that's just going to take place because I feel that mothers should be appreciated. We are unique human beings, and I just believe that it's a time to celebrate and let you know that we're thankful for you, and talk about some other things, and have some giveaways and all that good stuff. So if you don't have a church home and if you don't have anywhere to go, please come to the J and hang out with us Sunday, May 12th, starting at 10 a.m. And this is hosted by our women's ministry, Women of Excellence. And so we're continuing to do great things for the kingdom. And this is just another additive as to what we are doing in the ministry and in God's kingdom. So we are here today, as I said, with Minister Brumfield, and she's going to share some things with us. I believe she's going to talk about moms and how we can keep our identities. Say hello, Minister Brumfield.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm just sharing this to a couple of different groups so that they can join in us with us today. But yes, we're talking about keeping our identity. Before we became moms, we were women,
Yes,
right? And
yes.
we enjoyed things. We had fun doing things. We talked
Mhm,
with our friends. We
mhm.
fellowshiped with other people. However, when we become moms, that little baby
Come
become the center of every day, all day, 24
on,
7.
come on. Every day.
Every day, all day, middle of the night,
Hello.
you got to get up. Couple of hours later, we got to get up. We got to make
Yes,
sure that we're nurturing, that we're feeding, that we're cleaning, that we're loving on that little individual.
yes.
And sometimes it happens that we forget, man, I used to like that. I used to do this, or I used to go there. I used to comb my hair. I mean, I used to do some stuff. And we become so centered and so
Yes.
focused on
Mm,
that little baby.
yes.
And for those who have multiples,
Mm.
my goodness, I don't even know how you function throughout a day because now you have two, three, four, five
Right.
babies all at the same time.
Yeah.
And it is important for us to take care of ourselves and have time for ourselves as well as share that time with that little baby. Now, add into the mix a husband, and
Uh-huh.
so now you're taking care of the baby, you're being the wife to this husband, you know you may even work outside of the home,
Yes.
you're in ministry, you're doing things. So that's a lot. And
Yeah.
we can get lost in all of that. And so
Yeah.
today we want to just give a few points and a few things that we can do so that we're not losing ourselves in this whole scheme of what we're doing with our children and our families. All
Now,
right.
with all that you just said, would it suffice to say that becoming a mom is a world changer event? I mean, it changes our world. It changes the scheme of things. Yeah, it's a change. It's a change.
It definitely is, Lady B. And it's not something, hey, Tiana is joining us
Hey,
today.
Anna.
It is not something that we should take lightly or
Right.
haphazardly. We know that things happen in life, like, we hear life be life, and it wasn't our intent to have a child, but you're here in this
Right.
situation. And so it's important for us to know that it's going to change the scheme of everything. It's
Mhm.
going That baby is going to change. Not that it's a negative change, not that
Right.
is the worst thing. No, it's a joy. I
Yeah.
have a scripture here. Let me pull it up. Let me pull up my notes here. John 16 and 21 in the
Mhm.
Message Bible says, wait, do I want to read Message? Is that the one I have? Let me just double check. Yep, that's the one I have. So it says, when a woman gives birth, she has had a hard time. There's no getting around it. But
Mm.
when the baby is born, there is joy in the birth. This
Yeah.
in the world wipes out memory of the pain, the sadness you have right now. And then it goes, I won't read that part, but it goes on to compare
Mhm.
having the pain of having a child to
Yeah.
when we go through difficult situations in our life. That
Right.
once the pain is over, once you go through that trial, it's joy at the end of that. You're
Mhm.
so excited
Mhm.
about that little baby.
Yeah.
I don't I don't care what they do. Ooh, they did this. Oh, they looked at me today. They knew who I was today. Oh, they put their little finger up. We're so
Right.
about every single thing they do. And
Uh,
even as they grow up and begin to go to school,
mhm.
they begin to learn who they are, and they're developing friendships in their classrooms. We're so excited about that. And we wrap our whole lives around those things. We take those children to soccer games,
Yeah.
basketball games, wrap
Yeah.
gymnastics. We're putting them in everything.
Right.
And not that it's just for them, but it's for us too, because we enjoy seeing them develop and grow, and that they're good at some particular thing, and we're
Right.
just hanging on these children. And
Yeah.
so when it comes to us um, keeping up with ourselves, we kind of put ourselves on the back burner. I don't know about any of you. If you're here on the line today, and that's you, put that's me in the comment. If we put ourselves on the back burner, you
Right.
may have been a mom that always got her. Before being a mom, you would get your nails done, you were getting manis and pedis, you were in the hair salon, and maybe now you're not doing that so much.
Right.
you
Right.
know
Yeah. That
you
is so
you
true.
you don't
That
have time for that.
right. Right. Yeah. And that's interesting. And I'm not going to veer too much, but I actually thought about that yesterday as a grandmother. It was like, I like to have my hair looking nice and good, but being with LJ, that time is consuming from 8 to 5. And it's like, man, I got on these jeans and this sweatshirt and my hair is all over my head. I was like, okay, I know it had to be some similarities with back with Leon and Lemar, but yeah, that time it gets away from you. And that's because, and people may manage it, everybody's different. They may be able to get all those things in, but having that child, it's a consuming effort, and if you want the best for that child, if you want to get them in the extracurricular, if you want to see them be successful in school and just learn and grow and be nurtured, it takes time, and nowadays it's quite different, the way children are being raised, but it still takes time is of the essence when it comes to raising a child. And then with yourself, you don't think about yourself as much because you want the best for that child. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to just talk about 4 things that we can do. And we know that everybody may not do these things the same way. And for
Mhm.
some, one may be more important than the other. But we want to try to do a few of these things for ourselves. Even as moms of grown children, you
Mhm.
still want to make sure that you're not consumed with their entire lives. They're
Yes.
going to do what they do when they
Yes.
get to that age. They're starting their own families. They're,
Mhm.
developing different careers and
Yeah.
making different choices. And so we still want to make sure that as parents and moms of adult children, that we're not allowing them to be the center of everything, our up, down, and all around. All right. So the
Mhm.
first thing we want to talk about is asking for help and accepting help.
Woo.
You know, it doesn't mean that you can't do it.
Right.
Okay, doesn't mean that you're not capable of doing everything that you're doing. You got the baby here, you got groceries here, you got the stroller wrapped around over here, and you're coming
Hello.
to the house or the door, and someone says, "Oh, here, let me help you." "Oh, I got it, I got it, I got
Right,
it."
right, right.
Let somebody help you. I know
That
I'm
was
talking
me.
to myself. Even now, trying to do everything because you do everything. That's just
Right.
what you do. But do you have to do everything?
You don't. You
You don't.
absolutely don't. No, no, no. Yep.
You
You just
so
made me flash back to the 20, 25, 28, 30 years ago. That was me. It was like, oh, I got this. I was already independent before I had the children. It was just, I had that independent spirit. But then when I got the children, I felt like that's what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to have that baby bag together. I was supposed to have the car seat and everything. And I just felt like that was something that I was supposed to do. And I very rarely asked for help because nobody really told me ask for help. There would be people who would offer, and I may or may not, say yes, but I just felt like they were my responsibility. But I found out later that it is okay to ask for help. Yeah.
it's okay. It's okay. And accepting help when people offer.
Hmm.
So you may not have a voice that you needed something, but you do need some things,
Right.
or you have some wants. So if
Mhm.
somebody, texts you, "Hey, I've been thinking about you. Do you need anything?"
Right.
And
Right.
then they'd be like, "Oh, no, I don't need nothing."
Uh-huh.
You got to want. I want some ice cream. I've been wanting some ice cream. I remember I wasn't feeling well and someone texted me and I was like, "I really want some ice cream. I have not had some ice cream." And they was like, "Oh, I got you." And
Okay.
they
Okay.
and it might have been during COVID because I think I had COVID.
Uh-huh.
And they were like, "Is at your door?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." I didn't need anything. I had medicine and stuff like that, but I had a want. So
Mhm.
for moms, if you have a want, man, just say it. If
Yeah.
somebody's calling you or texting you and saying, "I want to help you,"
Right.
let people help.
Let them help. Grab it. Grab it.
Help.
Say yes. As a matter of
Yes.
fact, yes. Thank you in advance. Thank you. The word tells us to ask and we shall receive. So,
Yes. Oh, this is Tanisha. Hey, how are you doing from California? It's good to hear from you.
oh,
We miss
wow.
you.
Wow. Hey, Tanisha. Good to hear from you.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning in today. We're
Yeah.
talking about moms and how we need to keep our identity even as we go through these journeys and these seasons of being a mom. And so first one is ask and accept help. The
Mm-hmm.
second one is aim for connection. You don't have to be by yourself. You don't
Yeah.
have to be in this by yourself.
Yeah.
Being a part of a church home gives you that opportunity to connect with other moms. We have
Yes.
we have several moms in our ministry, and
Mhm.
I can see that even after service, they're connecting to each other. They're talking. It's a
Mhm.
time I can see their children bonding together
Yeah.
because they're in kids' church together.
Yes.
So that aim for connection. Lady
Yeah.
B, what do you think is um, the most important thing about connection in your opinion?
The main thing about connection, in my opinion, is having that source, having that person that once you do connect with them, you find some similarities. You find the thought of being able to share, your heart's desire or what's going on because you're connecting. Whenever you think about a connection, you're thinking about two or three things coming together. So con is to have that connection. So it could be that, and then finding a time, finding that sense of unity, because when you're connecting, you're unified, and then knowing, okay, if I'm connected to this person, I can pretty much ask or share some things or seek prayer. So it's a great thing to be connected. You know, God is about connections. He's about relationships, and so finding that right connection. And sometimes we can get connected to the wrong people, but finding that right connection and the ones that are going to be beneficial to you, and vice versa. You know, you don't want to just be that sucker to suck up, you know, out the life or whatever, but being able to connect and help one another. So I think that's beneficial in terms of connecting with someone. Yeah.
I agree. You know, it gives you that opportunity to share ideas with one another.
Yeah.
Maybe they found a great way to put baby down for nap and you struggle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe they found a way to make some natural foods and
Yeah.
they can share that with you. So yeah, it's that connection, it's that give and take. I'm
Yeah.
not just here to pour from you, but I'm here to bring something to the table as well. You
Right.
know, support, because even though babies are different, they're still similar.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
getting up at night and you're extremely exhausted, maybe she's up at night too because you both are feeding, you guys
Right.
can have a conversation together.
Right.
Whatever the need is, coming together and not feeling like you're in this all by yourself, you're all
Exactly.
alone and you're the only one struggling. No, moms all over the world are getting up at night. You know, moms all over the world are having challenges with different foods and formulas
Yes.
or breastfeeding or whatever they're doing. So making sure that you come together and have that support with one another.
Yeah, that's one thing that I do appreciate about my daughter-in-law, Paris. I know she has a variety of connections, and sometimes she'll share things with me that she learned from another mother. And it's like, wow, you know, and I do kind of think back, it's like I didn't have that. Like she was talking about making her own baby food. It was like Gerber was the thing for me, making my own baby food. No way. But just to have that and then understand the benefits of that, or how to handle him. I mean, just a variety of things, but knowing that she's connected to different people and she's receiving information, that's just been powerful. And also I like how I see here and there in the church, people connect and help Audrey because she has twins. And I like to see people come around and surround her and love on her and help her in those times when she needs help with the twins. So yeah, those connections are so important. Yes.
Yeah, I agree. So we talked about asking and accepting help. We talked
Mhm.
about aiming for a connection, and then
Mhm.
we're going to assert some timeouts. You
Mhm.
know, to assert means it's going to happen. You're going
Yes.
to put it
Yeah.
in your schedule so that you can have some time out. So if
Right.
that means while baby is napping, you need to get a nap in, or you need to do the dishes, or you need to prepare dinner, whatever it is, you're
Mhm.
going to some time outs for yourself. If you know that you have some trusted individuals that can come and sit with your child or your children while you go for an hour just to go sit in the park and read, make
Mhm.
sure that you do that. You know,
Yes.
it refuels you, it helps you to just decompress from
Yes.
being at home with the children all the time or running around from games to gymnastics to
Mhm.
school drop offs and
Yeah.
then going to work, whatever it is, put those times in there. Maybe you just need a hot bath and you
Mhm.
like to, you know, get the bathroom all set up with your, you know, candles or whatever, and you just need to soak for 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Sit, put that in your schedule so
Yeah.
everybody knows that this is my time and this is what I'm doing, to just to refresh myself.
Yeah. That's so key. I mean, it's like, wow, you know, I still have to be cared for. You know, yes, I'm caring for my child or my children, but I still have to look out for me. And it's not about even being selfish, but having that time and finding those unique ways where others can step in to help so that you can have that time out. That's just amazing. And you're the better and you perform better, whether it's with your children or with your spouse or in ministry, you know, because you have those set times where you can do what needs to be done for the benefit of you, that it'll benefit others. So yeah. Yeah.
I agree. I agree. We have others joining. Hey, Lisa, it's good to see you on today. Thanks
Okay.
for joining us.
Yes.
So we have assert timeouts, aim for connection, ask for and accept help, and then something that I enjoyed doing during. Um, I have adult children now, but as they were growing up, it's just having that time to journal, write
Hmm.
my thoughts
Yes.
down,
Yes.
the scripture down, what I'm thinking about the scripture, what is God saying to me right now, how am I feeling right now. So
Hmm.
journaling was a big part, and I just recently went back and found some of those journals, and I was
Okay.
just reading through some of them and just remembering some of the tough times and some of the challenging times, and
Yes.
just being grateful that, wow, God, you brought me through some of those things. And so what do you think about journaling, Lady B?
I absolutely love journaling. I still can remember in fourth grade, we learned how to journal. We learned how to write our thoughts down. Now, even though I didn't carry that, throughout my life, and I picked it up some years ago, but I still remember we learned how to journal, and it's good because we can get those thoughts from here to this, and then we can refer back to it. And not only that, you with writing your trials or your triumphs or whatever, for me, I like to see how God came through in whatever it was, or to write down something that I'm looking to happen, and months or a year or so later it comes to pass. So just being able to reflect. So journaling is good because I can reflect. I used to try to remember a lot, and I could remember a lot, but it's nothing like having that book or whatever form you may have, to write it down, and then to look back at it. Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. I think it's necessary. I think it's needed and necessary. And I even say, I'm off just a little bit, but a lot of times people think that's just for females, but I think males, they don't call it a journal or need to call it a journal, but write your thoughts down. I think it can be for anybody, because it's a precious time where you're releasing what's here to there, and you can go back and reflect and rejoice, or whatever the case may be. Yeah. So I'm I'm a heads up on. I got. Oh my goodness. Well, here is here's about three. Let's see. This one is one. I'm fixing that. For God so loved the world that He gave His only Son. Yep, that one is almost full. And then I'm a part of a NAF, First Ladies Network. She gave us some journals, so I got a journal here. I started in this one. Yep,
Okay.
and this one is called Thoughts and Feelings. I got some in here, and I got some over there. So yeah, I'm a
Yeah, you're a
promoter.
journal.
Yes,
Got it.
yeah.
Got it. And so I was sharing with Lady B before we went on live that on my phone, the health app is already on my iPhone, and it pops up every now and get now and then throughout the day saying, how are you today? Is it, you can track your mood. So if you start out the morning and your mood is not so good, as
Mm-hmm.
you go throughout the day, if it's going down, 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 then it's probably time for me to reach out to somebody,
Mm-hmm.
maybe
Yeah.
a trusted individual, a friend, a mentor, someone who can help me regroup and get that mood back to where it needs to go.
Yeah.
It's a way to track what you're doing. And it's also a little journal type thing where you
Mm-hmm.
can journal how you're feeling. And I believe that once you get it out and write it down and see it,
Mm-hmm.
now my mind is going to start thinking, how can I work this out?
Right.
What can I do with this situation? Why am I feeling stressed today in this one moment? What's going on that's making me feel that way? So it's a handy thing that's right on your phone. You can do it the other way with writing it down. I do both. I
Okay.
love writing thoughts down.
Mm-hmm.
And if I think of a thought, just writing it down. Why am I feeling this way? Why am I thinking this way? And it
Mm-hmm.
just helps us gain control of our emotions so that we can have a successful rest of our day,
Yeah, I
right?
think I'm gonna have to get that. Tell us the name of the app again.
It's called Health, and
Help.
it's white. It's a white square with a heart,
Okay,
and I
white.
believe it should already be on your phone.
Okay, white square with the heart. Okay, I'm gonna look for
It
that.
says Health.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll look for that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it just I thought that was when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is really neat because it I'll track, okay, when I first started this morning, I felt this way and it hasn't gotten better. What do I need to do so that
Mm-hmm.
I don't escalate and it keeps going day after day after day?
Yeah.
So,
That's
and I
good.
think that would help moms as well because you might have a stressful morning. You may be exhausted, but you
Mm-hmm.
still got laundry to do. You still got to cook dinner. You still got to do this. You got to go get the kids. And, writing all that down, you can look at it and say, okay, well, I might have to let this laundry sit. You know what I mean? You have
Yes,
to make some
sure.
choices.
Uh, for sure. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome. So we have so many tools and helps to help us be the better. We have no excuse to excel and to go forward in being a mother, and that's why we say it's good for the connections, because if you're not connected to someone, then you're at home feeling I'm all alone, nobody loves me, nobody wants to help me, da da da. But if you have some connection, you have some true and real connections, then they're like gems, you got these little gems and you got these jewels that you're receiving from different people, and so it makes you the better. So I think it's just important to really seek out connections, and then just really see who we are, and then know who we are in Christ, and know that it's a privilege and an honor and a blessing to be a mother. So yeah, it's a good thing. We're in a good place. We're in a good
Yeah,
place. And that's
I
not to say
agree.
that trials, I apologize, that trials and things won't come, but knowing that we can handle them and knowing how to handle them, knowing who to go to, it's a win-win situation being a mother.
Yeah. And you can look and see, those connections are important as well because you can see that women have raised children. You've raised your boys,
Right.
they're grown men now. I've raised my children. They're all in their 30s now.
Okay.
Wow, that time goes so fast.
Dominique is in his 30s.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. Well, I know Lemar is 28. He'll be up there in 2 more years, but I didn't know that he was
Yeah.
that older than
He's
Leah.
he's actually
Lemar.
30.
Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, so if we don't have the newest technology. We didn't have all that stuff back then. Some of the stuff I see now, I'm like, oh, I would have loved having that.
Right. Right. Hello. Hello.
Oh, I
Yeah.
would have loved having that. But we do have experience, and
Yes. Oh my.
we have raised children, and so I
Yes.
know children are different now, but there are still similarities to children. So
Yeah.
reach out to people who have um, what is that scripture? The cloud of witnesses.
Mhm. Yeah. All the
You know,
witnesses.
the
Yes.
people that have gone through and have experienced it. We've raised up children and
Right.
they're now grown ups and starting families and doing all that. So it's a great thing to be a mom, just like Lady B said, and it can have its challenges, but it also has so many rewards.
For sure, for sure. And I was just thinking the other day on the same day, even though they're dads, but on the same day, both of my sons called me and asked me for advice in raising their girls, and I was like, oh, and it's not the only time that they've done it, but for both of them to call me on the same day and ask me for advice, and then even Paris, she asked me for advice regarding LJ. So it's a good thing. So like you said, we didn't have what they have now, but we got some wisdom. We have some experience. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Tina, thank you so much. Yes, Hebrews 13:6. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, so you got people who've already gone through, people who are cheering you on, people that
Yes.
saying you've got this, those
Yes.
who are just starting off, you got newborns, you know what? Stick in there. Don't
Yes.
don't throw in the towel. You've got this. I know you've had some sleepless nights, but
Right.
listen, joy comes in the morning, okay? You got those toddlers, that toddler season is you gotta be ready for the toddler season,
Oh my.
but you're in the thick of that season. Come
Right.
on, keep
That's right.
pushing.
Keep
You got
pushing.
those middle
Keep
schoolers. I know they can get a little mouthy, but come on. Just keep loving them, keep
Yeah.
pushing them. You got this. And then you got the high schoolers. Come on now.
Woo, woo.
Yeah. They know everything.
They
They
know
know
everything. Well, in
they
case
know
you didn't,
everything.
let me back up a little bit. In case you didn't know, they're not in high school anymore. They're in elementary and younger, and they think they know everything. I think Gabby said, she told me she knew everything. I was like, sweetie, you only 5 years old. You don't know everything. I couldn't do anything but laugh because I thought that was so funny, ma'am. You don't know. But anyway, yeah. So
Yeah.
that, yeah, I
Yeah.
like
And
this
you
profession.
know, and then that season when they go off to college or they decide not to and go and get a job, whichever decision they make, that's a hard time too, because
Yes,
now they're independent and they're trying to be that adult, and you're still trying to be mom, and they're trying to be the adult. And so it there's struggles and challenges and great times throughout the journey.
yes,
Just
ma'am.
embrace it and love them and
Yeah.
just be the best mom you can be.
Yes, yes. And I say, I got this because God's got me. So there hasn't been anything that I haven't gone through as a mother that I didn't think God had me. At first it felt a little different or some kind of way, but I had to remember and reflect, God's got me even in this. And so, and he proved himself faithful. So yeah, so
All
yeah,
right. Well, that's our lesson for today. I had a great time
I did too.
talking with you, Lady B, and
Yeah,
sharing these few tips with the moms. And so, again, we just want to reiterate Mother's Day is coming up. Celebrate your mom,
yes,
remember your mom. And
yes.
we have an amazing service coming up on Sunday, May 12th. Lady B will be our guest speaker for that time. So make sure that you're there. I know the word is going to do exactly what it needs to do for us and to encourage us as moms. The theme is Mothers Stand. And
And
so, yep,
yes,
make sure that you come out to that at 10 o'clock on Sunday, May 12th, 8086 North 76th Street, Jericho Church Without Walls. Now, we also have this keepsake that we're creating for moms, and it's absolutely free. It'll be an ebook, and all you have to do is click the link. Let me see if I put it here. You click this link and you upload a favorite memory, a poem, some kind words that you want to say to your mom, and your favorite picture of your mom. And it will be recorded inside of this keepsake ebook for this Mother's Day, and everybody can get the link. So let me just see if I have it here so that I can put it up real quick. And then banners. Here it is. So you just go right there, bit.ly// we book, that has to be capital, and it's going to ask you, what do you want to say to your mom? You type that right in. Now make sure you use you use correct grammar and punctuation and spelling and all of that, because we won't do any editing to it. And then there's a spot also for you to upload the photo that you want to put in the booklet. I think this is a great idea. Lady B thought that this would be great. She
mhm,
wanted us to commemorate this time for our moms, and so let's fill up this book.
yeah,
It doesn't cost you anything to do it. It
yeah,
just takes a few minutes of your time to upload a photo and to say something, maybe a funny memory.
mhm,
Maybe she did something extra special for you, or you just want to say, hey, mom, I just love you and I thank you for all that you've done. Whatever you want to do, it can go in there. And also, moms, send this link out to your kids. Say, hey,
write something about me. Yeah, sure.
hey,
It's
I
okay.
did. I'm like, this is the link. You can
Uh-huh.
put whatever photo you want, your favorite photo of me, and say something, memory, something you want to say about me, and boom, you're all set.
Yeah.
So let's
And I
fill up
want,
this.
yeah, I wanted to add, I believe God just gave this to me for those whose moms may have passed on. We can do an in memory of. It's
Yes.
been 7 years since my mom has passed on, but I still think about her on a regular. I still have those cherished moments and thoughts, and so I'm going to do that. And I encourage those mothers or children who are out there. If your mom has passed on, feel free to do that. I'm sure you have pictures and memories. So feel free to do that as well in memory of, yeah, my mom.
Yes. All right. I'm
Yeah,
excited. I can't wait to see the entries come in. And I like looking at photos.
I do
So
too. I do
looking
too.
through the photos and seeing what they said about their mom and
Yeah.
celebrating all the moms. And so this will be available Mother's Day, right?
Yes.
I think we said it'll be available on Mother's Day. So the
Yes.
deadline is May 1st. So make sure you get it in. Just do it today. Go to
Yeah.
that link, type your information in, what you want to say, upload a photo, and boom, you'll be all set.
Yes. 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 Yes.
All right.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. Well, that's all that we have for today. Thank you for those who have tuned in and those who will be watching later. We know that you'll be blessed by what we shared here with Lady Convos with Lady B, and I believe we have one more coming up.
Yeah.
Do we have one? Yep, one more coming up, and that's going to be exciting as well. So again, thank you. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. God bless. Bye bye.